My co-host, Big Country.
Was good.
Once again, we got Justin.
Yeah. What's
Justin.
up? Yes.
Just nothing else. Just Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Top notch. How was everybody's day today?
It was good. Hung out with my mom, my brother, my brother's girlfriend, all those good things. Hung out, ate some tacos, chilled, stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Respect it. Well, how about
Hanging
yourself?
out with family, kicking it.
That's what
It's
it's
been
all
alright. Yeah.
Mine, I was at my mama's house originally. Then I came back. But it is what it is. Now, in light.
Hey, my bad. Cool if I drink.
Yeah, do you?
Okay.
These people don't support us,
Modelo
but if
is-
they choose to.
I'm about to say, Modelo is a sponsor. Eche in Mexico. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Being that Father's Day and Juneteenth are going to be on the same day this year, right?
Okay.
I know how I will be celebrating. It'll be similar to 4th of July. But my question is, how are white people supposed to celebrate Juneteenth?
Well, I was just thinking, because same way they celebrate Kwanzaa.
How do white people celebrate Kwanzaa, though?
Exactly. What is it matter? Like, they can't.
It's kind of not.
You can get in there if you want.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little awkward.
I mean, the only reason I'm saying is because I'm like, somebody want to always be like, oh, well, we can celebrate this holiday. First of all, if somebody go get a whole bunch of watermelons, somebody's going to take offense.
Hey, that's not the only way black people celebrate that.
I know, but if you say barbecuing.
Barbecue, hey, man, everybody barbecue.
Barbecue is universal. Like
Everybody
we keep putting that
barbecue.
on black people, but that's everybody.
Everybody.
That's the first method of cooking that we know of anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Everybody
not,
do that.
But in watermelon, I already had this conversation with yourself and my brother the other
Yeah.
day. That's just a symbol of black people business independence, because one of the first jobs that black people could get fresh out of slavery was growing watermelons. It was independent. I didn't need nobody. It don't take much to grow. And, of course, it's delicious fruit. So what people do, they going to buy it.
Hey, watermelon's good.
But they
I mean-
tried to flip the narrative and say, oh, no, they just lazy eating watermelon all the time. It's not. We selling watermelon, and it's independent. I don't need you, and you didn't like that.
Yeah, the mass majority of people are all right with watermelon. They might not be like, I'll give it to me, but
Yeah.
but they're like, sure, you got it, I'll eat
Get
it.
a
Like,
slice.
shoot,
Two.
you know.
Hey, but yellow meat watermelon go hard.
See, that's
Even
when
though
get
you
a
don't
little
find
niggerish
them.
right there.
Yeah, now you making it.
Even though you
better.
can't find them that
Yeah.
often.
No, you can.
Where?
That's Rich. They sell because Rich sell watermelons around this time. You can go down now.
God damn. Wait a second.
He do.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, you got to connect. I got a watermelon connect. Like, what?
The fuck?
All right.
Shout out to Rich. Well, his son
Yeah.
do it now. Rich the policeman.
Yeah.
But Dustin is his son. And his son sell the watermelon.
Okay.
So
You got a truck?
Yeah, Rich got like several trucks.
No, I mean, like a watermelon truck. With the wood on the back, the wagon. you know what I'm talking
No.
about?
He just got a big truck with some hay in the back. And
Oh.
then you just drop them in. You can come in and pick. I want that one.
Okay.
But if you want yellow meat,
Can't knock the hustle.
yeah,
Okay.
they pay.
Hey.
That's what they do. I don't know. In my world, I'm just like, how do you can't do it?
Yes. I
Because
mean,
right now we got, I forgot, I should have got the information on the museum, but the museum, instead of serving a regular old strawberry fruit salad, they decided to make watermelon fruit salad in honor of Juneteenth. It's just, I'm like, why
They shouldn't initiate it.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody invites you, go ahead and go. Hang out,
Just pull up.
be
show
cool,
love.
go, be normal.
That's it.
But, like, hey, I'm going to have to throw a Juneteenth party. That would be a little weird.
No, you shouldn't.
No,
Just
like,
just
go
celebrate
ahead.
with me like that. Just-
how you going to decorate it?
What you mean?
Nah, if you
Yeah,
say, I'm
yeah,
going to
that's what
throw
I'm
a
saying.
Juneteenth party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I would make me mine would be a
A banner that
traumatic-
say freedom.
Nah, I'm gonna have something real graphic. If it looks similar to Django, we all be walking around here just mugging people all day, just mad,
Wow.
aggressive.
I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard because Juneteenth is the day they were freed.
Yeah, I'm just trying
Like
to
that's when the North came down and said, "You will let your slaves go."
I feel like I'm doing what the government doing, and we acknowledging the holiday, but I'm gonna be like, this is what you gotta acknowledge. I'm gonna go to every establishment that say no shoes, no shirt, no service, and I'm gonna be like, I want service, and they ain't gonna have no shoes, and they ain't gonna have no shirt.
And some torn up pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just look at you like, is you gonna serve me this pie? What we gonna do?
But it's like as long as nobody tries to do anything funny, disrespectful.
There's gonna be somebody do
care.
something stupid.
Like around me,
Yeah, just
I wouldn't care. Like you do it out there, like shoot, I ain't searching for somebody to do something bad.
Like
but
I'm willing to bet $5 on it. Somebody either gonna have a noose, somebody's gonna have some kind of black face hair, look like a beat up slave and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not concerned about that. I can't stop the world, but people around me, like
come on,
I ain't gonna fuck with you. Like, okay,
I feel
we
like
have a problem
because we just so normally cool. I don't feel like people gonna just go out of their way to make me mad. It take too much. You gotta do something. And I'll be like, if you in any race, it don't matter what. If you actually got me to upset, you must have really did something.
Yeah, you coming for it.
You can't. You asked for this.
You had to find out what gets me.
Yeah.
And then you pinpointed that to do it.
I'm doing that to him on that day.
Just cause.
All right.
It's like shoot. I don't think I got that type of hate. Like people, I don't think people hate me like that to really care.
I've learned in life, most people don't. Like, when walking down the street, if you don't say that, nobody gonna say nothing. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Everybody's focused on them.
I got a little moment. Okay, this past week I was changing on the brakes on my wife's car and everything, and I've never seen my downstairs neighbor like right underneath me. So I'm changing my wife's brakes and everything, and then all of a sudden this elderly Caucasian lady walks out, and then all of a sudden she jumps, and she's like, "Oh, I never seen," and then she changed it up real quick. She was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you, my upstairs neighbors before." Now I'm like, well, it sounded like you. In my head, I'm thinking, well, it sounded like you say, "Oh, I never saw the big black man before," and then she changed it real quick. And I was like, okay. And then she asked me how I was doing. I was like, I'm doing fine.
See, as long as she get jumped back, I can understand.
But it was just, I wasn't doing nothing. And she was just so startled. Like, I came at her with a gun startled.
But it's like when the elevator opens up and you standing in front of it, they act like people don't stand in front of the elevator when you're black.
Like, it was funny because I was like, the way she jumped, honestly,
I don't know if I've ever encountered that. Not that I've encountered, like definitely the jump.
Yeah, the jump.
But now off the elevator, that's funny. Like,
I
like
the
to see
elevator
that.
one.
Oh, come to the hospital.
Or the walker, and when you walk around the corner and somebody's like,
but what y'all are failing to realize is that even though, like, things are a lot better, most of America is still very segregated. Very segregated. Like, a lot of black people don't have white friends. A lot of white people don't have black friends. It's always, it's not like people stick in their groups. So if you, like, neighborhoods move in, it changes up, and you weren't expecting that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't jump, but I would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to notice.
It's like,
it's just her way of noticing was almost negative. So, I mean.
Nah, I was just like, it was fine because I'm like, but even yesterday, we over here, it is 3 black men with our daughters hanging out. You know how many people stopped us to be like, oh my God, I've never seen this. Like, one lady asked, could she take a picture with my own phone to take a picture?
Like, we need a
reminder that, we're with
kids,
our
sir.
children.
I'm going to take a picture.
I'm over here like,
Hey.
Wow.
So I mean, yeah.
It's awkward.
That's very.
It's just awkward.
Dang. I mean, I can't defend that, but like, wouldn't you say that is a little bit different?
To see a man with his daughter?
No, I'm saying like a guy play date with his daughters, like it's 3 of y'all, like black dudes, masculine black dudes, and ain't like y'all, ain't that a little bit like you don't see that all the time?
I mean,
like you know what I mean?
Is that
Come on,
is that
it's like
is that such a different dynamic in life to where it would shock you if you did see it? Like if you saw.
Oh no, okay, I can be real. If I saw that, I wouldn't come up and say nothing to y'all. But if seeing him walking past, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I noticed it. And the reason I have that feeling, though, is because I don't see that all the time.
Right.
So, hell yeah.
But
and I keep it moving.
Vice versa. If you saw another race do the same thing that we had just done, would you be like, would you even notice?
I wouldn't care.
That is true. Dang it.
Sorry. Got you. I wouldn't care, for real. Like, I would, like, shoot, like, I don't care how they're perceived because I know how I'm perceived as a black man by myself.
Right.
yeah.
So to see other ones like me doing good, I care. Like, that looks good.
Like it
Thank you.
was
That's how
just
we do it.
weird
Hell
because
yeah.
we were just there. We were just chilling, having fun, talking and everything. People come by. Oh my God! Oh, they're so sweet. Oh, and then the girls are like, "Oh yeah, we're twins. All 3 of us. We're twins." It's like, "Oh, who's?" Oh, and one lady gonna say, "Oh, well, y'all go sit by your fathers and stuff like that." I'm like, God.
Just so we know. All y'all
How
don't
does
belong
break
to
down?
one guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, golly.
Hey, it's wild. It's real wild.
And I was like, okay. And one lady just like, oh my God, y'all was just so nice and everything. I was like, I mean, thank you very much because I'm like, I like compliments, but it
Yeah.
get to a point where you're like,
I know.
this is just weird.
But you, like, it comes a point where you have to decide what side of the line you're on. Like you can't be
A good father.
No.
and nice.
No, not that, but like it's like to be noticed is everything, or to not be noticed and be nothing, because like you want do you want a positive or negative stigma or nothing at all? You know what I mean? Because they could have looked at y'all and thought negatively, like, oh man, what are they doing with these kids?
Right.
Whatever, like, what's going on? I'm about to call the cops. Or they be like, dang, these are good guys. Whatever. Or they could walk by it and like they didn't see you.
I would personally, being that I understand why you noticed, I'd be like, I just want you yeah, it happens. I want you to acknowledge that this is something that is not far-fetched. This is something that
Yes, it's not.
Yeah. Is that acknowledgement like being happy about it?
Yes,
Isn't
it's
that
cool to
somewhat-
be happy about it, but
Like,
do
you can't be
really,
too happy about
you
it.
can't be so
Yeah,
happy
like-
that you approach me and tell me, "Oh, let me get your phone. I want to take a picture. Who is it? Hey, this is yours. Can you sit with your father?" Like, don't, baby. This ain't a momentous
But-
occasion.
But you realize it was all women, right? I bet money it was all
It
women.
was all women.
Yeah.
100%.
Women.
Yeah, it was all
Y'all
women.
even have to tell me that.
The one dude that we ended up talking to, we were just talking about interview process, business, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And we had a good conversation. We just shot the breeze about stuff, and it was a good conversation. Then the couple on the other end, they talked to us. They were like, "Oh, we definitely understand when the kids out, all that," because the kids kept on picking these little leaves. But it was a fun time. It was just awkward because people just kept doing it.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
oh,
that's what breaks down the barriers, man.
like the person on display.
No. What, like, because I've gotten a lot at work, right? Like my mannerisms or how I talk or carry myself, and it's like, oh man, you're cool, you're nice, you're polite, you're well spoken, some stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I get it. All right, like now I'm gonna show you I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no sideshow act or whatever. This is like, hey,
This is what I do.
this is normal. And
Yeah.
then that goes away. You don't hear that. It's just like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Like yeah. Like not like, hey, good to see you, brother. I'm glad that you made it. Yeah. Whatever, all that crap. Nah, is that it doesn't like once you like move past it, like, all right, now let's have a conversation since you know be like, hey, so you know I'm a regular person.
Yeah.
So this doesn't like have to be something, you know.
And that's one of the main things is because I don't want anyone to ever be awkward. I just want y'all treat me just like you would treat any and every other person.
But when you take into account what he said earlier about we have this perception that America is more desegregated than it actually is. Because if you go through my friends list, yeah, I got plenty. Almost every race is accounted for on my friends list on a social media platform somewhere. Facebook, Instagram, it don't matter, one of them. But in reality, I don't have the number to 99.96% of those people. I don't speak to them on a consistent basis. If I saw them in the street, although they've liked almost every post, we won't speak. They'll be like,
yeah.
But it's just because. But the people I do have their numbers are predominantly black.
Yeah. And I have an even mix. Like I have black, white, Mexican. I mean, okay, I ain't got Middle Eastern like that, but that's because they're a closed off group.
Yeah.
But I do got a buddy that we talk all the time, whatever, at work, but we ain't like that. But whatever, like, you know, so, I mean, just saying, like, I can see if you have the view of, oh man, shoot, we all together now. Like, why is this weird? It's like, well, hey, I don't see black guys all day. Definitely not with their daughters.
The way I look at it a lot of times is because I don't meet strangers. I speak to everybody. I respect everybody. As long as you respect me, I give you respect. Now, the thing is, when I see people on the street, I've had people kind of shy away from me. I'm like, oh, how you doing? You know, I try to always make sure I give them
I don't go out my way.
It's not that I go out of my way for it. It's the fact that I'm like.
You say you're not going out your way.
Because that's not. Just speaking?
It is. If I'm walking down the street and we don't speak to each other, then we just didn't speak. I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah.
But if I see that you got some hesitance to speak to me, I really don't want to speak to you. Now I have nothing to say. Move on. Like we don't need to have a good interaction or a bad interaction. This is gonna be neutral unless your mind is pushed this far down.
Well, like when I was talking about the whole thing with Taekwondo, when I was doing Taekwondo, most of the people in there were either white or anything other than black. So the thing is, like, this was like 2 years ago. We talked about Juneteenth. They didn't know one lick about Juneteenth. And I was like, I explained it to them. And they were like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And then, what was it? They were talking about something about Black Wall Street because they didn't know what Black Wall Street was. And I explained to them what actually happened on Black Wall Street. And they were like, really? And like, I'm like, yes. They were like, honestly, I'll be honest. I never heard that in history. I never heard that in school or anything. And I'm like, truth be told, certain things are not taught that way. So I'm a person where I'm like, I'd rather you know. So once you know, you could be held accountable. Now, if you don't know, I can't hold you accountable for that stuff.
Hold you accountable.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, I'm with it. I get it. Me, I don't try and give out a history lesson. Like, you know.
Google is alive. Bro.
Yeah. I don't try and get out a history lesson, but it's like, you hang around me enough, it's going to come up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because the interaction, the dialogue between different races and stuff, like, somebody's going to ask a question. Somebody's going to get there. It's going to happen.
It is what it is.
So when it happens, it's like, all right, well, in passing, we're going to, okay, boom, I drop a little knowledge on you or something. Like, why you think Chris know about Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Like, you know, or whatever. Like, it's like, it happens. Like,
yeah.
And she knew about it before, like, Biden passed the law to make it, like, you know.
Yeah,
so
it's the thing we do.
It's the thing. So,
and that's what I'm saying is there are people that want to know. They just either A, don't know how to bring it up, or B, like, they're not around enough people to actually, like you said, it was, he was talking about the whole segregation thing. So they're not around enough actual black people that are willing to talk about certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just aiding in that process. Cause I don't.
Cause
it's too difficult. I'd be like, I don't want to.
it really ain't. If you could put all that extra stuff, like somebody offending you.
Yeah.
If you can put that to the side for a minute, because like if y'all meet up in respect, and y'all both put that aside and just say what you got to say or ask the questions you want to ask without anything extra in it, then you're just like, oh, okay, and then y'all can both leave with something greater, and you can go back to the way you were thinking, or you can be enlightened.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like putting that to the side takes a lot because it's like hell no, like shoot, put it aside. I ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like I ain't treated nobody bad. Y'all did. Whatever.
Sure do.
So I can understand how putting it to the side would be hard.
I feel like I don't see that.
I guess I just look at it as like for the greater good, just for like if I know you and I know you just don't understand something, or if I'm like, oh, I see that you're genuinely curious about something, I don't mind answering questions. Now, I'm not going to do the whole, oh, well, let me go display and talk about everything. Like, it's like, if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you an honest answer. It doesn't matter who you are. Don't ask me if you don't want to know. Now, I'm not just going to go up to other people. Do you know what Juneteenth is?
Yeah.
I don't give a crap.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care that much. Like, I care, like, I'm glad Juneteenth happened, but I don't care that you know. Now, if at one point in time, if I'm just chilling, we talking about something, and somebody come up with it, oh, well, okay, cool. Let's go and talk about it real quick. Let's go and explain what really happened, things that went on. Just like the Harlem Hellfighters.
Yeah.
I explained that to a lot of people that I was, I don't like to say my job profession, but a lot of people that I was mentoring. Like, I explained it to them. Because I think you should know about it, because young black men, I want you to understand that you were more than just, oh, well, just basically trying to get over in World War II. No, you did. You killed more people in World War II than all the other fighter pilots that you don't get the recognition for.
Right.
You came back to America and still didn't get that recognition. You didn't get the VA loans. You didn't get all the benefits. But you still accomplished and completed your objective. Mm-hmm. And I want them to know those things. So that's why I do that. But if it's just random, like, oh, I'm walking down the street, oh, let me tell you about this.
Yeah.
No, for
I
what?
did want to make a T-shirt for Harlem Hellfighters.
Yeah. Like, you know about the Harlem Hellfighters?
Nah.
I got a comic book right over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a graphic novel. I shouldn't say comic because you'll get it and be like, it's too many pages to be a comic. What are you talking about?
It's like 24 pages in the comic.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is way.
Then too.
Yeah. This ain't
okay.
This
I'll
ain't
check
that.
it out.
Okay. But it's over there.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have officially broken up. From what they say, I wasn't there, but they say that they ain't together no more, and they say that Michael B. Jordan, before the breakup, had proposed. She declined his offer. How do you look at what's your take on
that? He should be thanking her, and he should use this as a growing tool, lesson to be learned. And I don't see nothing wrong. Like she didn't do nothing wrong. Like I'm with her 100%.
Right.
Like so.
What's your take?
Now, my thing is, I'm not knocking Lori Harvey because she basically did what a lot of people do. It's just the people that coming behind Lori Harvey to use her as their catalyst of either oh, well, men been doing this for years, so why can't she do it? So you want to use her as your stepping stone to do some stuff. It's like, you not Lori Harvey for one.
But why would you want to deter them?
Okay, me as a person, I guess how I always look at it is like, if you want fair, like, because this is all I'm saying. If you want to be fair, cool, let's be fair. But if you don't want to be fair, shut up. You take your licks, I take my licks. My benefits are going to be my benefits. Don't talk about my benefits. Oh, well, you shouldn't have this. Just the same as us.
Yeah, I get it, but why do you care? Like, I don't care. All right. So, okay, I can see if your specific girl was talking that.
You are with?
Yeah, was talking that Lori Harvey bullshit. It's like, all right. But even then, I'd be like, try it. All right? Just try it. The average woman is not going to have the success rate that she's having. The average woman isn't going to get the outcome that she gets. It's like, all right, if you feel like that, try it, baby. Like, what you going to do? Like, I can't live like Drake out here. Thinking of, like, I can't live like Michael B. Jordan out here. Like, so, like, if I tell a bunch of girls and they get mad at me, he should be saying that he can live like Drake. What makes him think he can do that? Like, all right, why would you just let me try and fail? and then you ain't got to tell me nothing.
Life gonna show me.
You ain't got to tell me nothing. Like, so those girls that are supporting her or whatever, like, and I support her. I'm for it. Like, she knows what she want. So, she knows what she don't want. So, what's the problem? What's the issue?
I guess my whole issue was just the fact of the matter that so many people were talking about, like, I guess it seems like nowadays I always hear the same thing. Well, historically men used to do this. And I'm like, I really don't give a crap about historic now. You weren't alive in them times, so why are we bringing those times up then? And if you're going to use that as a reference, then I could say the latter, the opposite.
It's going to be a difficult.
Yeah, okay, because I mean,
we just talked about Juneteenth.
Yeah, okay, because you can't. You got to have it on the line. Like, you got to be across the board. You're like, that happened in the past, and that didn't happen to you, so you can't talk about that, right?
Okay.
With women.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, in my past?
No. We were just talking about Juneteenth and black people and all that stuff. It's like that. Like, if a white person walked up to you and said, hey, that happened in the past and that didn't happen to you, shut up, you can't talk about that.
You gonna punch them.
You gonna be having an issue. So you can't do that to women. You can't do that to women. It's like, hey, you didn't have to go through that. You didn't get beat by your husband in 50, so you can't talk about this. Shut up. Ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't do that. You have to be either one in or out.
Yeah.
So where we gonna be here?
Where I come from, look, what you feel as a woman is real. Like, okay, yeah, men been doing that for a long time and da. Cool. But the fact is, this is where we really have to dive in deep and look at it. Are the men in your life currently doing that to you right now? No. It's okay to talk about it, but when you dealing with your man, if you keep telling him how he's wrong or guilty by association or this and that and the third,
for the fact,
and just like you said, it take people. We got to really open up and be willing to get enlightened about the situation. Hey, I'm sure that's a traumatic experience for women and with women's suffrage and all that. That's real. That happened. I respect it. Thing about it is, you got your issues that took place in your universe and in your timeline and in your heritage. Trust me, I got a lot of baggage in mine too. A lot of things happen to me in mine, and because it's been plenty of. I tell people all the time, I don't do domestic violence. Let one of y'all get up and sock your wife in the mouth. I'm gonna be like, this nigga crazy. Out of respect for self, I got one or two options. Either I can get up and be like, hey, bro, don't do that in my presence. Like, you need to respect me. That ain't how this work. Because obviously, if she's still with you after you hit her like that, she want to be there. So me jumping on you ain't going to have her do nothing but jump on me. I got to go home to my kids. This is probably y'all dwellings if y'all feel that comfortable. He know where the gun at. Let me get up. Bro, don't do that in my presence. I don't condone that. Out of respect for me, he got one or two options. He can either be like, "You right, bro, my bad, get up," or he could be like, "Bro, I don't care what's going on. This is my house. You right. Let me be on my way." Now, if she want to follow me out the door and be like, "So are you officially asking me to assist you in this situation? Because if you not, I'm not. No, I'm not finna be the victim for y'all violence. This is either you want to be saved or you don't want to be saved."
Yeah.
Women on. So I hear all of it. But until you ask me how I'm gonna treat you, don't assume how I'm gonna treat you. I don't go up and assume that all other races are avidly against me. No, I don't necessarily think that. I think, you know what? We all living on this blue rock, as far as we know.
Mm.
We chilling.
Yeah.
Until you show me otherwise. That's
Yeah.
it. Then like I said, I got one or two options. Either I can let it be or show you who I really am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you well, I know you answered this one earlier, but do you believe there's a difference between what Lori Harvey does and what Future does?
In my world,
Yes.
yes.
How's there a difference?
How's that different? Don't get me wrong. Now, a lot of my arguments are based on effort. When you put in work, you get certain outcomes, right?
Okay.
That's how it is. Now, to a degree, I'm not going to sit here and hit people like they do Megan Thee Stallion and be like, "Oh, that is false by all measures." Lori Harvey is a beautiful woman, and Megan Thee Stallion is an exceptionally beautiful woman by my standards, by what I go. But so she put in work to get the facial features and all that. I mean, because it take makeup and MAC and all that to do all that. So, because I'm sure she don't wake up naturally looking like that every day.
Yeah.
And if she do, then I have to take some of my credit away. Like, no, you ain't worked this hard. Future, on the other hand, I see it where to get to the status you got to, it wasn't your father or your uncle or somebody related to you who had certain avenues for you to go. No. Future put in the work. If you want to know if you deem Future is rich or wealthy or famous, all that was built on I exist and I put in the work. Lori Harvey, the only reason that we know of her, this is even like she's even
In the arena.
in the arena. Your father is who? Like, that's who your dad. So he built all this for you to live like this. So you didn't do no work to get like this outside of the Mac. In my world. So do I say Future and her in the same situation? No. If a man built his situation to where he can live the way he wants to live, or if a woman, if Lori Harvey came out and was an extreme,
If she was Kerry Washington out
if she
here,
was Kerry Washington,
and Kerry Washington was living like her,
no issues.
can't say that.
I can't say nothing. Why? Who am I to tell you not to reap the benefits of
Like
your hard
Rihanna.
work?
Rihanna was out there,
No issue. And
nobody said anything about Rihanna.
It's no. What we gonna say? Rihanna put in the work.
Riri.
You
She
did.
had niggas messed up.
Yeah, you
Chris Brown and Drake were beefing over a girl.
her.
And
they
she
rich
went on the
and
A$AP Rocky.
famous.
And she,
They rich and famous.
but when you think about what
Yeah.
she did, she came from an impoverished situation, put herself in this situation, and she moved like that. Lori Harvey, I just feel like, for the most part, I don't know the extent of her life, but the part that I do know, with the father that I do know she has, it's a lot of pamper. Future, I know from what they say, what I see, you just wasn't living high on the horse in the beginning. The only reason the horse is here is because you put the horse there. So
Yeah.
in my world, no, they're not in the same.
Hey,
It's not the
I'm
same.
gonna be real. With Future's first single, what was that? Tony Montana.
I
Like,
don't know.
Girls was loving that though.
Yeah. Racks on racks on racks, all that.
Right.
Yeah. I told you, Future, like you were not giving Future his credit. He deserved. I'm not a Future fan. Not. I like Future, but I'm not like a fan. Like I'm gonna pick up everything he got. But the stuff I've heard and the influence he's had, like they even did like a mural of the ATL, and he was like the Jesus of it. And he had his disciples that got the Migos, got all these different people. Like, you know, Travis Scott. Travis Scott said something about it. He's like, "How you gonna say he son me?" Like, bro, I'm on a different wave, whatever. But like, He's that influential. He's that big. Like so, but I say they are doing the same thing. Now the work to get there is different. She was given hers, and he worked for his. But like in a sense, they're doing whatever they want. Like, bro, I've been placed in this position. I'm enjoying this position. Like, whatever, man. Like, shoot, you can hate on me, but that ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Don't stop.
And I'm not doing anything that everybody else ain't doing.
Right.
You just don't like that I'm doing it.
Right.
Because supposedly I didn't earn it. So what? The Walmart kids. You know, Sam Walton built that, not them.
Not them.
But they still the richest people on earth.
Yeah.
Some of the richest people on earth. Can you take anything away from them?
Can't.
Nah, man. All right, cool. Oh, you didn't work for it. All right.
Okay.
But you want it. But you want it. You want this.
You
so
want this.
Whatever.
Like I said.
Yeah.
So you can't. I mean,
if I was single and Lori Harvey pulled up, I'm not gonna be stupid and be like, oh, you ain't work for that. No.
now,
We here. Let's go.
now I would say for her, since she didn't work for it, she probably should invest in her future endeavors, like how I want to be represented later on. When I'm 40 years old, I'm gonna be like Halle Berry and gotta marry an average nigga. Because no celebrity is really going to take me serious because I ain't hop through all of Hollywood. Unless she has a J-Lo effect, which she can pull a nigga back in anyways, you know.
Yeah, it's J-Lo. Not
But
saying that Lori Harvey can't be J-Lo.
I doubt it. I doubt
Nah,
it.
she ain't gonna pull the
She ain't
J-Lo.
got that appeal yet. Maybe if she in some movies, plays Aaliyah or something in the movie. I don't know.
In my word, it's just the reason I would say that she couldn't, if I were to say that she couldn't, is because J-Lo had a hustle about her. The reason,
Yeah, well,
like
J-Lo
she
went
worked
from
her
the
way up.
dance girl to actually being in the movies. She was
Actually-
Selena. She was,
J-Lo was fucking with P. Diddy, right?
yeah.
So, shoot, maybe Lori Harvey is trying to make that route. She's like,
Well,
I see how it
you need to
happened.
get in
Maybe
a
I
movie
can-
or start singing or
I
something.
can finesse my way through here.
Basically, right
she
now,
gotta do something.
Lori Harvey, the only thing you really know is that's Steve Harvey's daughter.
Maybe
Not,
fucking
not now. Now I know
Oh.
she the hop around in Hollywood.
Yeah,
which
maybe.
is fine.
Maybe that's a launching pad. That's what happened with Kim K.
Kim K and what's the Amber Rose?
Amber Rose. I mean, kind of Paris Hilton. Like she didn't need it, but you know,
Yeah.
she already had the money. But to get in the spotlight, you
to
know,
be
let me
who
jump.
she ultimately became.
Get
Yeah,
out
she
there.
could do that.
You know,
So I don't know. Maybe this is a power move.
yeah,
I
it
just,
could be.
But my thing is, it's like walking into a room and there's a whole bunch of jewelry on the table, right? But it's all like little peddly things, right? Like little things little trinkets nobody really wants. And you got like, you remember that Heart of the Sea from the Titanic draped around your neck? And then you take that motherfucker off and grab a pair of earrings and just leave that shit on the table. Like, damn, what? This is the one that all these fees out here want. As far as I know, every time I talk to a fee, it's either Michael E. Lee or Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, damn, why didn't y'all name me Michael?
Yeah,
Like,
but
like, some.
I
You
get
can't
what
say
you're saying.
it's not true.
I get
like
it.
you
I mean, I
can't
don't-
name, you can't throw a rock and a pack of women and hit one that don't say he's not in your top five,
And I can't,
especially
but,
if
uh,
okay
like I mean,
in our generation.
cause I'm not hating on him. I like him. I like him as an actor. I wish they would bring Killmonger back.
Yeah,
If they brought him back, that would be amazing.
they should.
He's a great
They
actor.
should switch that.
But I think overall, he's lame
and why is that?
because we talked about it earlier because the fact that, bruh, you know what this girl is, you know how this girl's moved, and you are so much a sucker for love that you fell for the trick.
Yeah.
Like, the reason he's lame is because she should be the one feeling like that. I bet you she felt like that more, probably not to the extent because they didn't last. I don't know who broke it off, but I guarantee you she felt like that about Future. I bet she was one that, like, Future shot his shot, but she put herself in the position so Future could come shoot the shot.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, she know Future gonna jump. If I'm around, he gonna come over here.
Yeah.
and you're gonna shoot a shot. And I bet you she wanted him more than she was like, yeah, with Michael.
My question would be, if it was flipped, because there was a moment when Future and Sierra had their little to do,
Yeah.
and we was all like, what made her think that she was gonna be the one? I know I said it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
I said that was stupid when she did it.
Part of me was like, yeah, well, if Michael B. Jordan chose you, then you could have been the one. Because, we was all looking at like, the world keep telling me he the prize, so he must be what y'all say he is. I don't know. So, but now that it's flipped, now I feel some type of way. I'm like, why would she do that? Why would she? But in reality, I should be looking at it with the same lens, bro. Why did he think that after she been with these guys, why would he think that he's going to be the one to change?
Only thing I could think of is that he went off of his reputation. Was the fact of the matter, like I said, you can't find too many that. This is the only thing I could think of because I'm like, it ain't like she told him from the get-go.
If it was straight off the muscle, he wouldn't have been doing nothing serious. Bro, if it was straight off that, he wouldn't have been doing nothing extra. This nigga out here renting out aquariums and shit, rose petals and shit. But I got you off the strength of my name.
Right.
Straight off the strength of my name, I got you like that. But I'm out here doing sucker shit. Because nobody else did that for her. They didn't have to do all that to get her.
Right.
Well, you don't know because they never said nothing.
You think Future did that for her?
Diddy probably did.
Diddy probably did.
Everybody. Diddy on Breakfast Club was talking about 50 Cent was trying to throw shade at him for asking him to go shopping. And then Diddy was like, man, I started having some busted up clothes. I was like, let me just take you shopping, bro, help you out. It's small, like what we think is big for these average people, well, average celebrities, because Michael B. Jordan, I don't know what his finance look like, but I doubt you Diddy.
Yeah.
Just personally. Yeah. I doubt you Diddy, I doubt you Jay. You Michael B. You buying out aquariums, like Diddy would be like, if I show up, they'll probably just close it down on the strength that I'm here.
Take that.
Just because of who I am.
Yeah, they probably pay him to show up.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not gonna buy at the aquarium. I'm gonna be there. You can have your line around the corner because you know I'm coming. She gonna be here too. Paparazzi, it's gonna be a big day for your event.
Yeah, you about to get advertisement. Yeah. What's up?
But what I want you to do is replace all the water in the aquarium with Ciroc. And make it watermelon for Juneteenth. That's how you move.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I really am trying to get this point across. That's why, like, I'm sure he's a cool guy. We'd probably be able to hang out, have a beer or whatever. I'm sure. Yeah. But in the sense of, like you said earlier, you like he could probably have any woman he want. So why does he want really? If we are very honest, nobody as Lori Harvey. Shoot, like there are other female actresses, artists, whatever out there that are just as pretty, or even more so.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Why her? And then why go all through this work? That's why I say he's a sucker or lame or whatever. And not even in a he just like he's slow to the game, man. Like, bro, you didn't have to do all this. You already had her. Yeah. What'd you do all this for? Now she's backing away from you. And you do all that, and then you ask her to marry, and she turn you down. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. Let's think about that. I know. How many girls you dated?
Actually dated?
Yeah, or was semi-serious with, or either one of y'all.
I would say 5.
Okay, B-Hunt.
Semi-serious.
Semi-serious, serious. Whatever.
It was more than just a booty.
More than just.
It's about like 3 or 4.
Okay, now I've never proposed to nobody in my life, right? Okay. I've talked about it. I was on edge, I still roll the idea around, But now, of all the girls y'all dated, how many of them girls, if you got down on one knee and genuinely said, "I love you, I want to marry you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you," How many of them girls would tell you no? And you got $12-13 million in the bank. How many of them girls would tell you no?
No way.
Nah.
It's not
Not
even,
one.
So
Even the booty calls would be like
exactly.
that.
Exactly. I ain't saying like he lame in bed or nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that mentally, like she got him. This is the type of shit that Will and Jada got into. That's that type of shit. So she really did him a favor because he would have been sprung off of her, doing stupid shit, being a simp ass nigga. She probably still be fucking with Future. On the side, Future making songs, subliminally dissing him, saying
about Gucci flip-flops.
all this stuff. Yeah. So she really did him a favor.
She helped him out.
Y'all, like, he's not up to speed to what he should be. But that's because he's probably, like, shoot.
I am who I am.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I got these other morals, whatever, that I ain't seeing how she really is.
How people moving.
Yeah. It's like, he ain't got to be trash. He ain't got to be Future. But Future has the idea down. He got it.
Yeah.
If he wanted to settle down,
He could do it.
I bet he could take Sierra back. If Future changed his ways for real, I bet he could take Sierra back. And still get a little bit of doggism, sprinkle a little bit here and there. I'm telling you, man.
Hard. I'd be like, if I was Russell, I'd be like,
That would hurt.
Hey,
his kids.
but if I'm far off, what y'all think?
That's a good question.
Am I far off on that?
I don't know, because I've seen wilder things, bro.
Yeah.
Just in everyday life. When I talk about on a minor level, it's not as much money in play. It's not as many kids in play. It's just on a basic, everyday Joe level. I've seen far crazier things.
Yeah. Like,
So
I
I'm
was
not too
talking
far off
to,
base, man.
No, you
I was
probably
talking to
not.
Alasia the last episode about this because this woman put up there, she was talking about this dude is the best thing for her, but she still want her ex because he couldn't put it down in the bedroom. And she was talking about, he's great to my kids, he's a provider, he loves me, he'll do anything in the world for me, but
He's a sucker.
and I was like, God.
But that's
Because he gives her too much. It really ain't got nothing to do with the bedroom. I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
because that affects the bedroom.
Yeah, the bedroom is affected by everything you do on the outside of the
outside.
bedroom.
Yeah,
It's just as much built up
It's-
inside as it is out.
yeah.
So
It's
if
the
he's
coquette.
like, because she doesn't have that tension, she doesn't have that worry, she doesn't have that
Yeah,
want and desire. She don't have to desire him because he's giving her
all that all the time.
everything she wants. So there's nothing
Because-
to want.
And then she talked about her ex. She was like, he was trashing every way except the bedroom. And she was
Exactly.
like,
But see, what she didn't tell you is she was always in constant fear of losing her ex, and the bedroom is how he confirmed that you still important to me.
Yeah,
So that heightens that sensation, makes it her like, oh, it's confirmation now. Boom.
yeah.
I'm still something. I'm still with the other guy. You know already off the bat, I'm gonna still be around. Don't worry about it.
You
ain't
can
got
do
nothing to
whatever.
Worry about you. Should be
You're a
comfortable.
badass kid.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm gonna still pick him up from school. You know what I'm saying? I know you got girls
Yeah.
night. You can go out,
Yeah,
and I'll be here.
mm.
And then you get to the bedroom. That's no confirmation.
yeah.
There's no build up. There's no anticipation. It's just
She been thinking about somebody else all day.
Yeah,
Mm.
you gotta get.
Obviously, since she still want her ex, you think, oh, I still want my ex just on the weekend. Nah, this girl is thinking about this nigga all day. At least when she think about something like that, she think about it all the time.
Right.
In her free time, when she ain't working, when she not handling kids, when she wants that fix, she's not thinking about this nigga.
Right.
You fixed everything else.
Right.
I'm thinking about this nigga. Just trust me, nigga. I'm not
Bro,
I
lying.
mean, I'm just
just
saying.
Back in the day when Dame was like he took 20 classes or something,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I could at least read a book. I've read a few books by now, and all of them go through this whole temperature adjustment, hot and cold, the transfer of power. That's all the books have this
The
section.
48 Laws of Power.
48 all of them have this section talking about You take it away so that when you give it back, they appreciate it. That's all it is. That's how I go. You just basically you go through life teasing people to the point of I can't take it anymore. Then you give it to them, and then they reach this highest level of satisfaction. It's like, okay, he didn't do no teasing. You show up, you can bought out the aquarium. You ain't teasing her, okay? I'd be like, you lucky we get in the car today. I might make you walk. Walk to the aquarium. Walk to this aquarium. We gonna look at it from the outside. She's gonna be like, you really gonna make me walk home? You really want to walk home? Yeah, walk home.
Hey.
He just dug in that one. Like, let me find something to go with.
Hey,
Let me help you out right here.
I feel you though, but yeah.
but in all, like, this is be bullying. But in reality, that's what every book I've read has that section, and they tell you can't give it all right away. You have to ration it out, and then take rations back before you give what you're gonna give.
Yeah, that's definitely right in along the lines and everything, but mine is like, cause I've read some of those like self-help books or like the pick-up artists. Like I really didn't get into that too much because it's like, that's cheesy. No. But like the Enlightenment, Stoicism, I think I'm saying that right. Whatever. Stoicism. Yeah, that being unwavering either way, like not being outcome dependent or expectant. Like, right. Like I do nice things. Like I'll buy flowers. I don't think that's sucker shit. Like it's not. I think, but I do that without an expectation of anything.
You don't have to be happy about me buying you these.
Like I got this. Here you go, and that's it.
Walk away.
That's it. Like it's cool. We ain't gotta make this anything more than what it is.
Right.
Yeah. And if he had done that, like this is just what I do. Like Diddy, like he'll spend $40,000 just to do something. You know, like shoot, I ran out the park today because I want to. This is what I wanted to do. So like you dependent doesn't matter. Whoever was here was gonna get this treatment.
Get the same treatment.
I want it to be you.
Right.
And that's the only difference here is that I wanted it to be you.
Right.
And it's like, so, but all that extra.
In other words, don't make them too important. They're non-factor. Yeah. Like, whether you're here or whether you're not, the Justin train keeps going.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a passenger, it's some seats here.
Yeah, I'd like for you to be here. Like, if I chose you, if I'm talking to you, yeah. But it's like, you start doing all this crazy shit. It's like, man, you working against yourself, really.
Yeah, you hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm still gonna do that.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
Why do men have issues with child support, and is it fair?
Well, the only reason I brought this up is because I've heard so many things when it comes to child support, and I've heard people talk about how child support not being fair, and then how child support is fair, and the ideas, because the reason child support came along was because long time ago, back in the day and everything, there were men out here that were not taking care of their children, things of that nature. So they implemented something in place so that those children could be taken care of.
Right.
And I'm like, I definitely agree to that. But then I know there were men that were talking about, like, I had an old boss that was telling me he paid $2,500 a month in child support. He was the manager in radiology, and he was paying $2,500 a month for child support.
Right.
His ex-wife didn't have no job. All he was paying was child support, and she would use his child and the other child that she had by another dude to actually pay her bills and everything. So child support was how she made a living. It wasn't anything like that. It was more.
I might say that that's messed up, but on her part, that's genius.
You can't knock the hustle.
I can't knock her. I think it's wrong.
Is that really a hustle?
Yeah. Hell yeah, it's a hustle.
That's the ultimate hustle. I don't work.
How the hell did you trap two sane, able-bodied men
Obviously,
into having
you
a baby with your ass?
She was married to
That's a
one for
hustle.
8 years.
Nigga,
Okay.
whatever.
And
Hold
she
up.
probably was married to him. He was a sucker. She learned the game and was like, you know what? I can just get another one of you and do this again, and then I don't have to work no more.
Yeah, but imagine, all right, because people are like, we have our habits and like our patterns. Like I can tell you what kind of person you are from the decisions you make and the things you do, right? So, and people really don't change abruptly like that. Like that was working up. So you telling me this man was married to her for 8 years and he didn't know she was a lazy woman that don't want to work? You gonna tell me that?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, she just like, boom, I don't have any drive or ambition. I'm just going to sit back.
It's bad.
Like, nah, man, come on. There's something.
I would say this. She's probably not forward thinking because eventually the kids turn 18. And then what?
Yeah. And then, what's the price of your freedom? Would you want to stick with a woman like that?
No.
So you got to leave and you got to take care of your kid. What's the price of your freedom?
I mean, but the thing is, he wanted his child. He wanted his child to be with him, but because of court, he he got screwed over.
Yeah, that happens. That like, all right. Ignorance isn't a defense of the law, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then you can't claim ignorance when it is screamed in your face all the time. Court system ain't made for men. Court system ain't made for men. Like family court ain't made for men. If that is what's repeated, and that's what I've heard, that's what I've seen, that's what I'm pretty sure both y'all have heard.
Yeah, I've heard it.
So you can't complain about it after the fact. On the back end, you want to complain about that it's not right.
If
Why
you
have a
were
baby
married
with
to
her?
somebody and you thinking y'all gonna make it, and this person decides no, y'all not gonna make it, that's not complaining about it on the back end, because if you knew this would have been set up this way, you wouldn't even took that step with that person.
Yeah.
Now, if you started the entire time through, from the get-go, she was trashed. From the get-go, she was trashed. While we were in it, she was trashed. So now she trashed afterwards.
Like,
I could understand that.
Okay, but you would have to explain to me either she is the best artist, the best actress around, to
She's
hold
never
in
heard.
for 8 years, that she's a lazy bum and only wants to have babies and have child support come in. Or he wasn't paying attention, or he didn't care. Because it's like, that's a huge switch. You know, and like, okay, I was off of work for 9 months. It sucked, bro. Like, I got paid, and they were messing with my check here and there. But I got paid, but like being off like that and not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was doing stuff, but I still wasn't doing nothing productive.
Right.
That sucked. That wasn't like a dream for me. So I can't imagine somebody just like living the rest of their life doing a whole bunch of nothing. Unless that's what they've always done.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I could be wrong. I ain't saying I'm right. But it's like that's very weird to not see any signs of this prior to.
Yeah. Just
You were with somebody for 8 years. You should know them pretty damn well, especially y'all live together, y'all married. Right?
Okay, so how would you, even though you're a married man and you never had to deal with child support,
that's not
in your
gonna work out.
mind, what would you say about how child support is set up?
Well, like I said, from what I've seen, there's benefits to both sides. If you're a man and you don't get the opportunity to see your kid, that somebody's trying to run off with your kids, then you can go put yourself on child support and demand visitation because now I pay.
Nah, that's not true. The attorney general don't give a damn about your visitation.
Oh,
The attorney general will not help you with visitation. Like, for real. Hey, I repeat, the attorney general will not help you with visitation. All they care about is getting that child support set up, coming out the money. You go to court for your visitation.
so if you went through, 'cause like I said,
They might offer you some resources,
right?
like to get it worked out, like a mediator or whatever. But they this ain't us. We just deal with the money. You send the money to us, we send the money to her. And that's
And
whatever.
we done with it. We took
That's
that.
it. But other than that, like when you gonna see him on Tuesday? Hopefully, man.
Good
I
luck.
don't know. You gotta go figure that out. Get a lawyer or go to court. Do whatever you gotta do. But
Like,
it is not like Attorney General is not.
okay.
Solidify anything.
That's partly what I'm saying is because I'll say it like this. There are some trash dudes out here.
Right.
And I will admit that, have not one problem admitting that there are dudes that don't take care of their children, don't want to take care of their children, don't think about their children, don't even barely know their children's birth dates or names.
Right.
But then there are actual good fathers that want to be a good father, but it's like, I'm not going to pay you to get hoed. That's like, I'm paying you to bend me over a barrel, and I don't want to be bent over a barrel.
True. I
Yeah.
know.
But
And that's partly where I talk about it from, because everyone's like swearing, oh, well, if you want your child, you will fight for your child. But I've known dudes that have fought for their children. Hell, we both know somebody that he got set up on his court date. Like, he didn't even know about his court date. He just showed up on his court date,
Yeah.
and they told him, oh, she got all the rights because he didn't have a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know about his court date.
That's one thing we can't gloss over. For the most part, I always get you a lawyer, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
no
I
matter
don't
what,
know.
always.
Just
I don't
get you
care.
some representation because
you not that smart.
you
Get
not him.
funds.
Well, you think you
Fi-
just
You think you that one? You're not that one, bro.
yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
talking about for I don't
Especially
care
when
if
somebody else got money.
yeah. Get you a lawyer, bro. Don't.
Like, how you gonna combat a real lawyer?
I do this every day.
Yeah.
It's like me going up on Steph Curry, be like, bro, I'll beat you 1-on-1. And he just looking at me like,
Bruh,
when was the last time you played?
like, don't matter.
It don't matter.
I read something on the internet
They
story.
told me how to shoot the same way you shoot.
Yeah.
They told you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So-
Let's do 7.
Threes.
I'm like, I don't even get a shot. He come to the parking lot and he said, I'm gonna beat you from right here at the car.
Like, don't worry about it.
Just throw the ball over the gate and you ain't gonna get on the court now. Like, but that's how it is when you don't have
Yeah.
adequate
Yeah.
representation. And that's just. But like I said, you enlightened me because I was always under the impression, hey, we can set up visitation and y'all gonna assist me with that because you insisting on getting my money.
Nah.
But regardless,
They
now I
don't.
see they ain't gonna do all that. So
Yeah.
Unless something change. Unless
I don't
something
know.
change,
I got
which
this
I
old-
highly doubt.
I've heard too many men say it. That's why I bring it up. Because I'm not talking about them trash dudes out there.
But
I'm not talking about them at all.
You got to stop worrying about like how she benefiting. That, like,
Well,
man,
and the
the
only reason I
kids
say it
benefit.
is because, like, there are dudes where it really do hurt them not to see their children,
Yeah.
that they want to be fathers, stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, you have someone that's being more spiteful
What
than
they got-
what's in best interest for the child.
but what that got to do with the money?
There are dudes that's like, man, hell, if I can't even see my child, like, why am I going to give you money and I don't even know if it's going to my child? Like
Yeah.
I said, the dude that was my boss back in the day, he was talking about his child got holy jeans and messed up shoes and stuff. I'm giving you $2,500 a month.
Yeah.
If I'm
shit
giving
don't
you
work. So
Yeah.
if I'm giving you $2,500 for child support, my child don't need holy jeans or mess up shoes. And he
But
still would
you-
buy his son shoes
that's-
when he come to the house.
And that's part of that's why I was like, I can't do what the people do. It's too difficult to give all this, like, to give that to you, that amount of power over my life to you, and I can't do it. So I was never with the whole raw dog lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, some got hit that way, but I would say accident, but how much of it is an accident really? I'm just saying, but no, I don't, because I can't give you that. It's just not me. I don't want you to feel like, I don't want to go through life as a young man and I got to feel like the judge and the whoever you said, person looking for the child
Attorney
support,
General.
Attorney
Yeah.
General. Like, y'all feel like parents now, okay? Because I can't do nothing, but I'm in trouble all the time. Because if I don't send this money, you coming for me. But if I do send this money, you don't give me nothing. And then she over here, she like, ooh, I told on you. And now it's like, it just seemed too messed up. So with all that being said, I wanted to just rest on this one thought. If you sitting there with a female and y'all talking about, yeah, we gonna lay down, have this kid or whatever, stop and really think about what you just said. If I ain't got you no ring, I ain't got you no nothing. Only thing I got for you is these kids. That's a problem. I really just feel like maybe we should go back. Don't get me wrong. I can't say premarital sex ain't gonna happen. That's a foolish thought. And I would be hypocritical saying don't do it, because I did it. It didn't hurt me. But I also did have understanding that the corner store carry these things called condoms that you can buy at all times. Like, you can just go buy it. I would even go so far as to say, young man, you don't intend to get married for the next 2 years, go get yourself a vasectomy. Hopefully the one that you got is reversible. Go do your thing, and then be like, if you want my kids, let me take you down here to the doctor who holds mine in the sperm bank, and y'all, we can do it that way, but I can't just necessarily give them to you, because he got them. That's how, because we going to put a middleman, you going to put a middleman in my life anyway. Let me choose him. This is Dr. Wasabi.
He's cheaper.
He's cheaper. This is Dr. Wasabi. He going to do some infertilization for you. If that's what you want to do, you want my kids, they can have my name. You got to go talk to him. But I can't give them to you. We just having a good time.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that would solve a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. I just think that, sex is so casual now.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, it always has been, really.
it really has been.
We be honest. But it's so casual now that it never crosses your mind while you're doing it. That well, it does, but it don't. You know what I mean?
It's
it
not,
does.
It's not enough of a problem to you to take corrective action.
It's like, shoot. It's like people treat pregnancy like AIDS. Like, man, I ain't heard nobody that got it. Like, like what? No, nigga.
First of all,
this is way more contagious, I swear.
Bro, it be tripping me out, because let certain people find like hair in their food.
Yeah.
Ew, I'm not gonna eat this. Not no more. I'm done with that.
Hey.
Go out there and argue with the person, argue the person at the register down, give my meal, give my money back, this, that, and the third. But get out here, and you got this, and y'all about to go have intercourse, and you already know she already got a dude sitting over there, and he on child support. That's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I already got a man on child support paying me $2,500 a month. I ain't changed nothing I'm doing. When you got here, you should have knew a red flag when you was able to see me anytime in a 7-day period. I had no hang-ups about when you could come see me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shoot, and he knows the situation.
You know.
He already know what's
You
up.
know what the problem is.
Yeah. Oh, what you do for work? That's like one of the I'm gonna figure that out after the second date at least.
Yeah, because that's casual conversation.
Yeah.
So what you do?
I'm
I'm a housewife.
Yeah.
You're a wife. I'm a house mom.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Cool. And then she can't have the best apartment. Can't.
You can't.
$2,500 a month.
But that's for one kid.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm talking about. You talking about?
Yeah.
The prequel to the second man.
Yeah.
Right.
$2,500 a month. You already know. Like, she can't have the best apartment. She probably has something decent or whatever. But then the fridge is gonna be a little bare. Yeah. You know, she ain't gonna have it like that because $2,500 a month. If that's your only income.
You ain't got much.
Yeah. You ain't got it like that.
You got it.
So, like, this nigga. Like, that's why I can't put it all on the female, because it's like, bro, you knew what you were getting into.
Right.
You just didn't have the cognitive thought that, hey, I don't want to have a baby with her.
No.
That's your fault.
I just feel like
And you pay for it on the back end.
I just feel like that's the first thought. I don't
Yeah.
want to have no babies with you. Period. I don't. It's like that's the ultimate thought to me.
Yeah.
Like it was with me. It wasn't so. But don't get me wrong. AIDS is bad. All the other STDs is bad. Babies was worse. Like the thought of baby would just turn me all the way off. If we was, it's just no. I'm gonna go get something to stop this.
Like, you know what? Never mind. I'm going home.
I'm going home. I don't even feel it right now. Something just came over me.
My spirit don't sit right.
But and I think I'm in good company with the whole STD thing, because woman gets paid it was $5.2 million. $5 million from Geico because she contracted HPV in a car. She was with her ex-boyfriend at the time.
It was a dirty ass car. That was the nastiest car on
No,
earth.
I'm just saying, it's
Gave
too
her HPV,
many.
bro.
It's too many ways for you to try to put that on the insurance company. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm like, how do you like? Okay, they said the ex-boyfriend had HPV, but how you know for a fact he did? Because if it's undetectable, because that was one of the things was you couldn't detect it in men. Like it would. So explain to me how you detected he got it and he's the one that gave it to me. And now. Also, the other thing I'm saying is, that was the only dude she's ever been with.
At the time frame, it's her ex-boyfriend. I'm thinking they was being
First of all, let's not go there because if we getting technical, there's a lot of women that got ex-boy. No. What you cannot do is just put it all.
We talk about a lot of women. We talking about her specific situation.
How you know that she wasn't cheating?
Well,
I
you
don't
don't.
know.
There's no way to know.
But
there's no way to know she was or she wasn't.
Exactly. So if we don't know if she was or she wasn't, I got to take her word for it.
Hey, I'm gonna be real though. The ex-boyfriend should get half, cause you wouldn't have none of that without me.
All the HPV. Not saying this is crazy. Hey, you wouldn't have.
Half that.
No, I don't think you should get half.
He should get half.
Well, you do
How's
realize
she gonna
that-
have this lawsuit if it wasn't for me?
He should peep game. This is what he should do, because he got it from somebody. Now, rental insurance on homes, I might not get 5.2. I can give me 50K. I can get 50K.
I'm trying to go off that solid right here. Like, man.
No.
You just got 5.2. When did we break up?
I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering.
The depth on that.
Because, shoot, that's a lot of money on the table.
Hey,
And then they were
And you
talking
wouldn't have had
about
none of
it
this.
was sexual
For
assault
real.
and stuff
Yeah.
because he didn't say he didn't tell her that he had
but
it.
it's assault.
What?
But how do they?
Like if somebody with a sexually transmitted disease came up, and they were well known that they had it, and they gave it to you, it's sexual assault because they know you
If
don't
they know.
and then they let you go through without being
So
transparent.
I guess my two questions that I'm trying, I guess I'm trying to connect all the dots because I'm like, if like he knew for a fact he had it, that's what they're saying, right?
That's what she said. He
Well,
knew.
that's
knew
an if.
He gave it to her.
Yeah. But, hey,
you
it's a
saying
civil
an
case.
if. It's a
Civil case. This ain't criminal. So,
But that's what I'm saying.
all you have to go
for
on
you
is
get 5 million.
Exactly. It's civil. Civil is why Johnny Depp and Amber
Amber
Heard.
Heard.
Stuff, that's a civil case. They don't have to prove it without a doubt.
No.
I just
That's
gotta
just public
believe it
opinion.
more than not.
Yeah, that you're telling the truth. And the real thing about it is with these big corporations that go around and they want to put everybody in litigation. Everybody, let's just hold them up. Hold them up. We just gonna eventually they'll run out. They will run out of money before we do. So put them there. Arbitrator's like, no, we ain't gonna. Ain't no arbitration. We ain't doing that. Go. Okay. Well, no. Now I gotta appeal it. Well, no, it's too late. We already said there's nothing to appeal. Pay the woman. You got caught up because you tried to play the game foul.
Yeah,
if they had went through the first part and just sent a lawyer to the person, was like, look,
Yeah, because they had to pay because they didn't show up, not because they were found guilty
right.
or found at
And
fault.
I guarantee you, had this actually went to court, it would have never took place. So, as much as people trying to say, oh, she shouldn't, I'd be like, no. Sometimes you got to show people you still got to play the game like everybody else. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, pressure's on. And now you just owe some money. Now I'm just like, I was just trying to figure out, is my insurance premium going to go up because now they got to cover sexual acts? I don't know. But if it does, then I'm going to go ask her for half too. It's just in the back of my mind.
Man, I'm telling you,
Man,
I'm just saying. I know it's an unfortunate event that took place, but David, if it wasn't for me, this wouldn't have happened.
No. Wouldn't have been.
It's like a finder's fee. He
First of all,
found it, he gave it to her.
but
And
the lawyer, but we gotta give a shout out to. I don't know who that lawyer was. That lawyer is the truth.
Mm-hmm. Better call Saul.
Yeah, he or she. I don't know if it was he or she who made the decision. Be like, he ain't got no money. We gotta sue somebody. What's his car insurance company?
But then, the fact of the matter is, hold up. I didn't even do nothing because y'all decided to screw in the car and y'all were covered by Geico.
It's assault. It's assault, and the car assisted in the assault because you had sex in the car.
And how?
It assisted.
It assisted.
It assisted.
You needed a place to have sex.
The car.
Man, so if they did it at the park, they could sue the city.
That's the question now.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff right there.
Can we
Least too many.
You sue the city.
I'm saying.
I mean, if you can, hell.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you
insured.
have sex in somebody's house, you could sue the renter's insurance because
I just said that.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It leaves too many open doors.
Yeah, you gonna raise my premium. Ain't nobody doing that.
It's somebody. It's a lot of open doors, and it's for somebody else to close. But the thing about it is, what I want you to take from this conversation is this:
Get your hustle on.
You never know what a bag is, okay? Because the lawyer, we heard about the Geico being sued because, of course, they the ones who got to pay. But I'm sure the boyfriend was sued. It didn't hold weight. The car manufacturer was sued. It didn't hold weight. All these things, the only people, entities got sued. But they did the smart thing. No. Let me come show up. Your Honor, come on. All right.
And the judge, I'm just saying the judge didn't say, man, really? Really? This case right here?
Why? You here?
The insurance company.
A lot of tickets that you get from the police get thrown out if you go to court. And you want to know why? Because the cop won't show up.
I'm just wondering, what kind of car was it?
That's the question I want to know.
Man.
Because I'm like, if she's saying the car assisted, was it a Bentley? Because if it did assist you with it, because
the hood part pop up?
Whatever it was, she was so infatuated with the car and the man in the car, she had to do this in the car. I feel like the status of the car rushed the action.
And then the fact that
there's so many questions to be asked.
Okay.
Yes,
but
and the whole idea of it was sexual assault.
It was assault. Sure. That's clear cut.
See,
there's no in between on that.
But you know that's not in every state, right? You can only be charged in California, like.
So, and what type of cars do they predominantly drive in California? They not Hondas.
What are they?
Oh, they drive upscale cars.
Oh, yeah.
They don't drive Toyota Camrys out there. That's not what they pulling up in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. I know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
They don't do it.
Huh.
Not saying that I'm sure there's some people who do it, but the vast majority, because you got to keep up with the lifestyle, you ain't driving that. You might pull up it might be a Tesla. But I ain't saying the Tesla's just over the moon, but at the same time, it's something that if you pull up in it, it got a story to tell.
Yeah.
It's telling you about me.
I mean,
and then you driving a nice Chevy Dunk, something, depends on.
I guess so.
Yeah. Pretty well.
You won't believe this. It's brought to you by.
Oh, as always, brought to you by my beautiful wife, Andrea. Her company's Traces by Mine, Yanni Like Mine, and Wasted Desires. Look them up on Facebook, on Instagram. Is a black-owned company by black women for black women.
Exception. You want to shout somebody out right here?
Shout out. Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Nah, this ain't
that, but if you want to.
Okay.
We got a little intermission.
Shout out to my mom, my girl, out here hanging out with us.
Shout them out.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna shout my mama at the end. And you shout out again at the end too. It don't matter.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll explain the logic behind it later. Ohio is set to enact a law that allows teachers and other staff to be armed. Texas is trying to go back to paddling. So, how y'all feel about these reforms in the schools?
Ohio, I think they tripping. And Texas, bring it back. Bring it on back. Because I'm sorry, I don't trust everybody with the gun. I know everybody swear up and down.
You trust everybody with a belt?
Yes. Because you ain't going to kill my child, or you ain't going to kill a child with a belt unless you wrap the belt around their neck or you beat them in the head with the belt buckle.
But look,
you not going to kill.
I'm not one of those parents who hit you with the whole, oh, my child is the ultimate sent from God. I don't do that. They mess up. You tell me they mess up. You tell me. You don't touch mine. I don't want you touching me, my car, my wife, my kids, my house. Don't touch nothing of mine. Come see me.
Now, and I understand you saying that, but most parents are on that tip of, oh, well, I deal with my child and won't say a word to their child because they're more afraid of their child.
That ain't your job.
Then take your bad little child on somewhere and quit bringing them to me.
You look, I hear you, but this is what this. I'm gonna give it to you as plain as I can.
Okay.
If I tell you this child is terrible, and I'm gonna send this kid to work, he missed too many days. Your kid don't come here, truancy, and you suing me. Then I send the kid to the class with you. And now you like, your kid bad, you need to do something about him. I knew what to do. I was going to send that nigga to work because that's exactly what he going to be doing in life. He ain't going to be nobody president. Because
maybe if they discipline their child instead of trying to use somebody else to discipline their child.
It's a lot of kids who got a lot of whoopings and ain't get a lick of nothing from it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that my kid don't get
First of all, we everybody at this table is a product of a good whooping, and not one of us turned out bad.
I can tell you a story of 2 young men who received a lot more whoopings than me, and they're in the ground right now.
I could give you.
If you ask the woman who raised them, she will say from her own mouth that maybe, just maybe, I whooped them too much.
And I could tell you a lot of children right now that would say, honestly, the discipline my parents instilled in me, the whoopings that I got from my parents, actually kept me out of a lot of trouble, and I'm one of them.
I can also tell you this: there is a study that states that parents feel like we have a lot of control over what takes place, but it's probably better for you to go out and seek a better environment for your child because your child is in the environment far more than they are with you.
Well, it also could be if you're ignorant and you're letting your child do ignorant things, then they're going to grow up ignorant just like you.
So if I'm an ignorant person giving you an ignorant whooping, then you become ignorant. Did the whooping help you at all? No, that was just a process that we went through.
But you do realize you have to actually learn. You can't be a parent that's like, oh, I would do the bare minimum and expect my child to gain the world.
I'm just trying to say, with me doing the bare minimum or the parent doing the bare minimum, what does that have to do with you putting your hands on my kid?
Because at some point in time, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Yeah. The police gonna put their hand on your child and you won't say 2 words. Well, you'll say it, but you won't do nothing.
See, that's where it is. See, in school, you teach my kid how to operate in this world as far as be knowledgeable and hopefully gain you a quality employment to move forward in this life. But in my home, this is where I teach law. For the most part, like, you get your government classes all you want, but this is where I teach law. This will be accepted. This will not be accepted. And how I choose to punish you on those 2 things is my decision. I don't feel like there should be any courtroom into your household for any other reason outside of you need to make sure the baby's somewhat alive. Now, you don't really need to make sure.
Now, saying that statement, how many parents are actually doing that? You can't be like, don't whoop my child, but I'm not going to touch my child.
You want to go, you want to put that on you. So you going to whoop him because I don't whoop him. You feel like you got that much control in my household?
If your child is going out in this world to do these certain things.
Then if I
that's like, for example, we said this back in the day. You climb in another man's house, knocking his daughter off and everything. You don't think he gonna stomp you out? I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you about it.
Right.
Like, no. You hopped in his house. Yeah. This ain't your mama house or your daddy house. You gonna get tuned up something real nice and I'm gonna send you back home to him.
I don't want no trauma bonding.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of trauma from it.
But go ahead.
It's like, the gun thing's like, it's extreme, but whatever, whatever. Because they shooting up, I'd rather the teacher pop them,
Yeah.
then like shoot, have to wait on it, whatever. The likelihood that the teacher's gonna snap. Jeremy looked like he close. You know, you might have don't get that nigga good, but other than that, you know, with the background check and all that stuff, they do more background check on teachers than they do on people buying guns.
Yes, they do.
Right.
So, you know, I feel a lot safer with that. But the paddling, it all depends, man.
Don't touch mine.
Because I get it, don't touch mine, but it's like, shoot, what you going to say about the kid that touches yours?
Now,
or the older kid that touches
I had that
yours.
Conversation, and some people might feel some type of way. But hit my kid and you 6, I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
And that sound bad,
but what isn't that hypocritical?
No.
Yeah, it is. Don't touch mine.
My
parent,
I'm
parent did not touch
that though.
I know. So a teacher, like, what's the extent to where you'll put your hands on a child, somebody else's child?
Well, if I'm not a teacher, I'm not held to that standard.
I know, but you say don't touch mine.
Don't touch mine.
You didn't say teachers touch it. Don't touch mine.
Yeah, don't touch mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what extent do you think you, as not a teacher, can come handle something that the teacher and the other parent's supposed to handle, touch theirs?
So there is a space for decorum and all that in that schoolhouse.
Mm-hmm.
At work,
fights happen.
Yeah, fights happen. Like I feel like I am a active nature. Like I just happen, and it's chaos. It's not like I set these rules up in my world.
Okay.
And because my government, I give you my tax dollars. You need to abide by these rules. Your teachers can't hit my child. Why? Because I didn't send them here to get whoopings from you. You can call me. I'll whoop them in front of you if that's what you want. But in my world, I do the whooping for mine. Your kids, whatever you want to do, if you want them to rob the store and feed them lollipops, that's on you, buddy. I don't care. Not my issue. Teachers, don't touch mine. Why? Because I don't know you like that, and I ain't gonna get to know you like that. You got a job to do.
Now, with you saying that, most teachers will even sit here and tell you, I don't want to touch your child. But most parents don't touch their child.
You telling me about most? I'm telling you, if you feel that way about most parents don't touch their child, then that's when you let the great divider separate everybody else. And you want to know what that is?
The police?
No. Life. The
police.
Those who spread a rod don't get the same outcomes as the people who go in and live by this is what we do. This is how we operate. I can't tell you, like, I ain't gonna ever go into your house and tell you how to raise your kids. Now, if I see them hungry or something and I buy them some Mickey D's, you say, don't you buy them no food? I'm gonna go like, my bad, bro. I'm gonna take my bag and walk on up out of there. This is obviously they did something for some odd reason. Now, if they come back and be like, Brian, you saw them kids was hungry and you didn't do nothing. He saw them kids were hungry too, and they his kids. What you want me to do? Now, if you see mine hungry and you buy some Mickey D's, I'm gonna be like, thank you, bro. Because she obviously needed something to eat, and I couldn't do it. Now, when it comes to a whooping, though, nah, whoopings are free. I can issue out any whooping that my babies need. I don't need you touching mine because I don't know the mindset you in when you whooping mine. I don't know how you whoop your kids. I don't know nothing about you, bruh. And it's no knock to you as a teacher. I'm sure you made it all the way here and you doing just fine.
See, I think, but what you're going off of is you, because you will for a fact discipline your child.
Right.
There's a lot of parents out here that are just like, oh, I send my children to school because I need them out of my hair, not because I need them educated. I want them to learn. There's a lot of students out here right now, dumb as a box of rocks, because their parent hadn't asked them one thing about homework. Their parent, like even back in the day, my parents used to get on to us about homework. Even my dad couldn't learn. You better get that homework done. One way or another. I don't care if I know it. You gonna know it. You better figure it out.
That's what it is.
Some way, somehow.
And I respect that.
Nowadays, that's not even happening.
But what I'm trying to explain to you is, if that's not happening at home, it's not your job as a teacher to enforce that.
Then how can you enforce as a teacher to be like, oh, you need to teach my child. My child's not learning. So if I fail your child at the end of the year, don't call my phone and be like, hey, I don't understand why my child failing.
If you had have that conversation, hey, I got a paper trail. As a teacher, if the teacher at the school sent me information like, hey, it's a field trip coming up, they need X amount of dollars to go. It get all the way up to the day, and you made contact with me. You sent a little paper home. You sent me a text. You sent me a call. I still didn't send the $7, and then I come up there and be like, "Why my baby didn't go to the field trip? You didn't pay $7. Well, you still could have went. No, you didn't pay the money. End of discussion. And
you know what's going to happen at that point?
What?
It's going to be a complaint to the school board.
And that's when I feel like I don't feel like they should arm the teachers. But I do feel like there should be armed policemen on site at all times walking through. Reason being, you come to me with that foolishness, I'm going to be like, look, this is the person who's coming here, officer such and so. They baby ain't been here for this long. I called them multiple times about this issue. I'm going to tell them something they don't want to hear. And you know that now. So go ahead, come stand in the classroom. Because as soon as they get loud with me, I'm not going to say nothing to them. I'm going to look to you. Sir, your child is a piece of crap, and he don't know nothing because he don't want to learn nothing. And you
know exactly what they're going to do.
You don't want to teach him nothing. So let me help you. And this is probably why I'm not a teacher, by the way. Let me help you. You want your child to do better? Teach him better.
And you know what's going to happen right there?
What?
You lost your job.
I
promise you lost your job right there.
I
promise you lost your job right there.
Like, it's what it is, but that security guard finna take this person up out of my place because I know they finna get unruly.
The guns and stuff. It's extreme, but we're living in extreme times.
It really is.
I ain't really got a problem with it. The first time a teacher shoots somebody, yeah, done with that. You know.
Yeah.
That's a teacher who shot somebody, but probably not in the context. In
which you know, in the classroom, they like, y'all gonna be quiet.
I said,
that's it. Hey, like, you know, they hold somebody hostage the first time they have it. Go ahead and cut that. Like, bad idea. Well, the spanking, I got spanked in school.
Yep.
And it didn't kill me, but I didn't like it either. My dad.
How many spankings you get that you actually like? Name one spanking where you
But I didn't like it for a different reason.
No,
it was for a different reason.
It's not about not like. It's whoopings I've gotten that I ultimately learned to understand why that happened. I got it. I messed up. It was my fault. It's whoopings I've gotten also that I'm like, you still wrong about that whooping. That stool with Uncle Mike, that's still on my mind today. I'm like, that ain't my problem. That was him. You should have got with him. But I've voiced that multiple times on multiple occasions, and they already know this is a sore subject for me.
I haven't holding no grudge from the whoopers, man.
I ain't holding no grudge. I'm just saying.
It sounds a little bit. That sounds a little bit grudges.
If you want me to give you an instance where I got a whooping that I did not deserve, that is a whooping that I did not deserve.
Hey, but you seem like you still got some feeling about that.
I'm just saying, I got a whooping.
Yeah,
that I did not deserve.
Cause it's like, man, it's like, man, I ain't getting no more. I ain't getting no more. That's it. That's it. My whoopings is done.
Yeah.
My whoopings. So, I took my fair share. I made it up out of there. Good luck to the next people coming through. You know, graduation class. Hopefully, y'all get up out of there.
But see, I guess that's the way it is. It's like all the other generations took their stripes. Now it seems like this generation now is like, no matter what. I could be the 4 people in the school, and my mama don't touch me. But I'm gonna just be suspended for 2-3 days.
But these are the people that it came from the people that didn't get it beforehand. Like, all right, the people back in the 90s that didn't get it when we were coming up, now they having kids, whatever, and now they're not giving it to their kids. You know, it's a pattern, it's a trend. And I'm not saying whoopings is the end all be all discipline.
Me neither.
No. I'm just saying that it works.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, there's gonna be an oddball. All right, 25% don't work. Cool. That's 75% that made it. I'll take that. Shit.
That's passing.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, Let's go with that. Like, I mean, the paddling, like, it better be for a reason.
Like if
you better like send the permission slip home first. So that the parent is knowledgeable of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
And
if
the
they say
wants
no,
to come up here and spank their child instead of me doing it, that's fine. I'm like, yes, but spank your child here. Don't hit that. Oh yeah, well we'll take care of it when we get home. You don't touch your child.
Determine when I whoop my kid.
No, what I'm saying, bro, is what we're not gonna do is play the semantics of the game. That I'm gonna do something, but then when we get in the car, you got a lollipop and some candy. And we just gonna act like it never happened.
But I'm just all I'm saying is, okay, we suspend teachers get the opportunity to suspend kids.
No, we don't. Teacher and not one teacher has ever suspended a child. You cannot.
Who suspends kids then?
Administration.
I spent time outside of
principal,
school.
administration.
Principal administration is the only person.
Because I didn't use the proper term.
Oh no! Don't get it twisted. Let me be. No. You got it twisted real quick.
Derby's a teacher.
Yeah, hold on. I understand. Now,
don't get it twisted. As a teacher, you don't have no power. All I could do is go to someone and talk to them about it. And then they'll say, well, we'll see how they act about it.
What's up?
Anyway. It's them folk up in the school, whoever that be, that get to tell kids don't come to school no more. You happy with that?
Whoever that is.
Whoever that may be.
Okay.
They have that ability to send kids on their way because of fights or whatever it may be. Well, I just be like, another way we can do that is poor behavior. You ain't learning what I need you to learn. You ain't learning nothing here anyway. Let me suspend you and send you home. Because now, you as a teacher, you saying the parents, they ain't going to punish you. Okay, well, let me punish the parent by sending you, your bad self, home for 5 days. You can't do that.
No, even the principal can't.
I ain't got nothing to say about that. What I'm telling you is,
you don't understand the game of how this works.
What did I say? I said we need to extend, because I already knew that you was gonna have a rebuttal that we can't do that. I said before you get to hitting my kid, send them home with me for 5 days, and if they really as bad as you say, I'm gonna get ticked off. And be like, well, what do we got to do to keep them in school? Well, they need to act this way when they here. And I don't know if you able to convey that at home, so I'm going to send them to you for 5 days. I can't have them here for 5 days. Well, they need to learn how to do what I asked them to do.
Okay, what if they hit you with you like, I can't have them here for 5 days. All right, we'll send them back and we're going to paddle them. And then you're going to be like, I'm going to take them for 5 days, or you're going to take that paddling?
It's up to you.
I like that.
And then I'd be like, well, how do we resolve? You can paddle them, but you got to do it here. I need to see it physically so they understand that our message is getting across. And if you came to me that way, sure. Because I'm the parent where you ain't even going to have to send them to me for 5 days. You could have told me the first instant. They here acting up. I'm on my way.
All right.
You ain't got to. I'm the parent who be like, well, should we really have called your dad? I'm that guy. Don't call me.
And that is great, but most parents nowadays are not that parent.
You just make your rules, like I said.
No, it's not
over to where,
bruh.
I'm gonna you gonna have your kid for 5 days, so they're gonna take this paddling, and then it's waking them up. Well, I don't want them to get hit, but I don't want them hit for 5 days. Well, then you want them to act right. So you need to figure out whatever method that is for you. And
then you have to understand ethical practice. Because even as
is it ethical for you to touch?
No. Okay. Count talk. Okay. So ethical practice. If I know you are in a harmful situation, I cannot. I have to by law call the police, because a lot of parents, ain't too many parents could take off for 5 days of work. Just like, I'm gonna take off a week of work. Ain't too many parents going to take off for 5 days of work. So you'll send your little kid, keep them at home, don't touch nothing. I'm going to work. That's unethical. As a teacher, if I know that, I have to call CPS. That's not my problem. I have to call CPS on there.
How do you know?
If you know that.
You assume.
Yeah, just because you assume, hey, hey, man.
Easy, because all children talk, even when parents be talking. Well, now I take that back.
Now, once they talk, Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
once
do the
they
right thing.
talk. Oh,
but,
well, how
but
was the week?
that's fixing the problem. That's the spanking. The spanking ain't just putting your hands on 'em. The parent is getting the spanking now because you're being irresponsible. You're acting up.
I'm
You
saying.
being a dumbass, leaving your little kid at home by themselves while you go to work.
It's you.
And you know you can't trust them. They can't even stay at school by themselves.
Yeah.
With other people. How the hell they going to stay at home by themselves?
Right.
Obviously, you ain't whooping their ass enough or they would have been acting right at school. So, you need to be calling... You need to be calling CPS or whatever
That's
if they
what I'm
left the
saying.
little dudes at home.
Well,
That's wild.
what I'm saying is, y'all, these teachers talking about we want to paddle kids in Texas. Y'all want.
You do know why?
Jeremy, can I talk?
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Y'all want to go through and whoop the kids, like because you really under the assumption that the kid is your problem, but that kid ain't your problem. The parent of that child who forces that child into your care is your problem. So you want to whoop the kid because you feel like I'm finna go be your daddy now. I'm not your dad. I'm not your mama. You know who is? That person. But just like the judge and the judicial system do, you mess up, do your mama come whoop you? No. But if you locked up behind bars and your mama don't get you out of jail, that's, well, society spanking you, son. Why? Because you acted up. The school got to view themselves as an entity similar to the government. I don't need to whoop your kid. Your kid need to come here with the understanding that I'm here to teach them not to do all that extra other stuff. You gonna learn here. And if you can't learn here, I'm gonna go whoop the person who makes you unable to learn. I'm gonna go whoop your parent. Not physically whoop your parent, but I'm gonna go and put them in a position where they need to respect what I'm saying. I told you
now
that they ain't acting right.
Can I talk?
You can.
Okay, so the fact that you're saying those things right there, I understand you trying to say it from the point of, oh yes, that your child, that the parent is responsible, and yes, they are. But if a dumb parent, yes, there are a lot of dumb parents out here. For example, I told my students straight up like this. Was like, if a parent does not want you to be better than them, they are a trash parent. And yes, I don't care who or how anybody feels about it, because every parent that is a parent that truly loves their children will say, I want you to be better than I was. I've never heard a father actually not tell their son that. And then I was like, ask your parents. And every last one of their fathers said the same thing. Yes, I want you to be better than me. Yes.
Would you say that if you was teaching Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos' child? Would you say the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. Just check.
I would say that for anyone, because I believe as a parent is a responsibility to have your child be better than you. But if your parent does not know any better, outside force is going to be able to have to break that curse. If the outside force don't, if mama's dumb, daughter dumb, and she have a dumb baby, how's that going to work for the next generation of children? Mama got pregnant at 15, daughter got pregnant at 15, and now another baby going to come up and get pregnant at what age?
Probably
15.
12. Probably 12.
Well, probably is 12 now because they starting earlier now. So if, as a teacher, you have to be...
Jeremy turned into an old teacher.
Man, you have to be a deterrent. You have to... and my thing is, I don't want to spank your child. Period. I don't even want to touch your child because in today's climate, everything is an issue.
It is an issue.
Everything is a issue. Like if I tell your child, honestly... they need to read more and learn better, it's going to be an issue.
Right.
But my thing is, if I say, you know what, I'm going to just let you be dumb just like your daddy or your mama or whoever.
Damn, man. What you...
And that...
you just say it. The hell you talking about? You can't say that, man.
You can't say it.
You can't say that.
No, you can't say
like,
that. I'm going to let you be dumb just like your mama.
Go ahead and sit down, son.
You say that at your brother.
But that's the
You be
same.
like, "Simple
No,
motherfucker."
I'm saying it because that's what it is.
Wait a second, bro.
Wait a minute.
What the hell you talking about, man? Hold
No,
on.
but I'm
We're
just
not gonna
saying.
keep going. Hold on.
You ain't gonna hit him with
fuck
it. You gonna
you
be
talking
so like your daddy. What is wrong with you?
You just said that to the kid.
No,
No, you said that to the kid,
no,
man.
I haven't.
You can't say that. You can't say that to no damn
I have
kid.
not
Calm
said.
down, dog.
No,
What the fuck?
I have not said that. I've thought it.
Wow.
I've thought it. I ain't gonna lie and say I
You
hadn't thought it,
don't do
but
like
I've
your
never
dad.
said it.
The hell,
I'm like, oh my.
bruh.
I'm just saying, no, that's not how it works. But
Talking nonsense.
no,
Sir.
my thing is, if nobody helps break the curse, how's the curse get broken?
I just
It
don't
don't.
understand how the belt gonna break the curse.
It's not really about the belt,
You
just
want,
the belt.
You want some form of discipline.
Yes,
I just feel like
And
there's multiple
discipline-
forms of discipline that the school can do.
timeout
they
is not
don't.
going to First of
I
all,
ain't worried about that.
first of all, timeout is not going to work for most black kids
Tell us
nowadays.
what to do.
Man.
When your mama ever put you in timeout?
I'm
Besides
shaking
getting up
ass.
off the floor.
I don't know.
Exactly. Timeout ever work for you?
I don't know.
You ain't never got a timeout.
don't
I ain't
know.
never got a timeout. So what we talking about here? Oh, now we're going to talk
But
the
I'm
new
just saying-
generation.
what I'm saying
Go
is,
to your room and
what
time
I'm
out.
saying is, I'm certain if I walked and talked to 100 people, there's gonna be out of those 100 people, I would at least find one who says, "Yeah, I was grounded," which is just a older version of being in timeout.
I mean, jail is time out.
Jail is timeout,
Prison.
And-
Yeah,
jail,
that's
all that
time.
stuff.
and I feel like that's cruel and unusual. Like
Yeah.
that's unjust. Like you can't.
It
you
is
shouldn't
always
do that.
weird to be niggas be going back there. Like, why the hell?
What, just-
What are you going back to
wanna
the
sit
prison
in
for?
here?
Like,
But I'm just saying.
Well, okay.
So, okay, I have one before because I'm gonna jump right to this next one. And you know what? Maybe I should just jump to the next one. But all right,
Yeah, what time is it?
it's like 7:33.
Oh, okay, yeah, we.
Let's jump to the next one. Yeah. 26-year-old Leonna Hale outside in Kansas, Missouri. She was a pregnant woman. She got shot 5 times by the police. Story behind it is they thought that she was a participant in a stolen car, Grand Theft Auto.
Mhm.
The boyfriend who they suspect was, well, the man in the car who they suspect was either the boyfriend or the father of the baby. When the cops pulled up, jumped out the car, dipped. She gets out of the car, she raises her hands, and she's explaining to the cops at the time, "Hey, I'm pregnant." And they telling her, "Get down on the ground face first." And she's like, "I can't because I have a child, so I can't do that." They yell at her a few more times. She didn't obey. Boom. Shot her 5 times. And she ended up going to the hospital. They don't know if I haven't kept up with the story, but I don't know if I don't think I know the baby most likely won't survive. I don't know if she will survive. What do you think?
That's crazy.
That's absurd. That's crazy.
And like that's hard for me to even say anything about because it's like, wow, like we gonna like you can't tell that she's pregnant. Like on top of telling that she's pregnant, my thing is I understand you want somebody to obey commands, but if my hands are up, you don't see no weapon and everything. What would be the reason for you to fire? It gets to a point where it's like, why?
Well, my thing is, if she gets down on the ground, then she could potentially, most likely, harm her child. If she lay face first on the ground and put all her weight on her stomach.
Because they're going to come get on her.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
And put her hands
So-
behind her head.
It's crazy to me how we'll have all these laws saying stop abortions and all that, right? Which don't get me wrong, I'm not pro or con abortion. That's a life choice. If you make that decision, that's on you, not me. Regardless, all these laws telling you gotta save the kid, you gotta save the kid. Cool. When she goes to the act of trying to save the kid, you shoot her down. That don't make it's conflicting. You can't tell me to do something that don't. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. But that's combining the two areas of government or whatever. Because the police don't give a damn about the citizen like that.
True.
Like, the police ain't looking for no votes. Nigga, I'm on the force around this bitch.
Yeah.
So, if you like me or not, your tax-paying dollars ain't making a difference in my job security.
True.
And, like, you're not voting for me.
Right.
So, the laws are saying, you know, save the babies, whatever, you know, all this different stuff. But, like, the officers as an individual
He
might not have that. You're like, man, fuck. Shoot.
That's what it is.
Give me a reason to shoot you.
Yeah. And that's what
It has to be the slightest.
Yeah. It's just,
And
So,
you do feel
that's
that
where
way.
it comes to that point now is like as officers, like I say, I believe there's great officers out here. But I'm like, when you yelling at somebody, like, give me a reason, like, are you trying to scare me into not moving or scare me into making a mistake so you can shoot me? Because it's like, give me a reason to shoot you. It's like,
I don't know if they said that. That's all
nah,
I'm saying.
but I've heard things like that before. It's like I've heard those statements, and I'm like, okay, don't make a move. Put your hands up. Okay, my hands are up. Oh, well, do all this crazy kind of stuff. Oh, well, put your hand, interlock your fingers behind your back and put your head on the ground and all this. I'm like, okay, so is Simon Says with my life? Because if I don't do this, I'm probably gonna get shot. And like I said, from a person that's had multiple guns pulled on them for stuff I ain't even do, I'm like, bruh, I'm just want to go home. That's
one of
But one thing I'm wondering, though, not because it's not right in any sense, but what the hell was she doing with a man that was still in a car and you pregnant?
Yeah.
At what point do you...
She had a gun?
At what point...
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because at what point do you... Yeah, she had a gun, so,
she
you know...
wasn't even pregnant?
Oh, okay. So,
Well,
hey.
that's a chaotic twist. Well, you know, sometimes
Didum.
you shot. All right.
Yeah, so...
It's crazy.
in other words, stop lying.
Yeah.
That's
Because
tough.
I'm skeptical. Like, hold up,
Yeah,
what were
that's
you
what I was
doing
saying,
to
like,
be in the
For-
spot?
to hear that, like,
You pregnant. You should be out here stealing cars with your
Shouldn't
boyfriend.
be stealing cars.
Shouldn't be. So you just a hood rat.
Well, I don't want to. Well, she might not. Is she alive? I don't want to call her a dead hood rat.
Oh yeah, nah. Shoot.
Well-
She got caught in a trap though.
But she did get
Yeah.
caught.
She
She did
yeah.
get caught.
I mean, so apparently what we found out was
Yeah,
she lied.
she lied.
Like,
So we didn't know that.
We
Real
didn't know.
quick.
I didn't keep,
I'm
I didn't
just
keep up with the
saying.
story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, golly.
Hey, players fuck up too. It's all
Hey,
right.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
but
false
dang,
misinformation. This is just
yes.
an example of how misinformation happens.
Yes,
Yeah.
because, and like I say, I'm man enough to admit where I'm wrong,
That's all right.
where my faults are. Because I was like, if there's a pregnant woman getting shot, like good Lord.
I feel like if a pregnant woman gets shot, I have no chance if I get in an interaction with the cops. I got to be like, look, yes, sir, I was be quiet and submissive, sir. I got to do that just to make it home.
Yeah, but man, whew,
Well,
okay,
let's
so
talk
on
it
that
up.
note,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could just cut that at the end.
yeah, that's it.
Just
Boom.
splice that
That'll
out.
work. No, we ain't even gonna cut that. That
Yeah.
makes see.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it makes
you
it
just
real.
get misinformed.
Yeah.
I was misinformed.
All right.
okay.
That's what it is. Shout outs.
So, like to shout out to my mama. She's out here in the audience right now. Love you, mama. Shout out to my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Y'all check out her pages. Shout out to Aretha. She's at Northeast Mall. She does body contour, body sculpting. She does a lot of plethora of things. It's for men and women, actually, getting the best out of your body. So check her out. Also, shout out to Nate Price, Grit and Grind. He's a phenomenal trainer that actually takes time out and devotes work to making you the best person you can be.
Cool. Shout out my mom. Shout out my pop. Shout out Mike. He does a podcast, State of Being. Shout out Tyler Bailey, quality clothes by quality guy. And shout out D-Mac, he's a barber.
Shout out to my mom and my girl. Thanks for sitting through this with us. You know, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all love.
Right on.
This has been another episode of Something for People.